A hot air balloon ride is amazing anywhere you take flight, but when you do it in a location that is breathtaking in its own right, it becomes a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Welcome to Bucket List HQ with the 13 best places to ride a hot air balloon. My name is Brad and I'll take you all over the world to help you choose the most amazing experiences you can add to your own bucket list. Whether it's over Asian temples, snow-capped mountains, wildlife reserves, cobblestone towns or a spectacular landscape, it's an amazing experience you'll never forget. There is no better way to see these beautiful places than by floating silently above them in a basket of a bright, colourful balloon. The order I put them in is my opinion and only that. I would love to know what order you would put them in and why. Please tell me in the comments below. Now before we start, I have a quick question for you. So ready? Here it is. The first untethered flight with people on board was in 1615, 1783 or 1851. And if that's too easy, you can tell me the capital city where the flight took place. The answer will be at the end of the video. Albuquerque, New Mexico, starting us off at number 13. Arguably the world's capital for hot air ballooning, every October 500 air balloons take off in the world's biggest festival of hot air ballooning. It really is a sight to be seen. The festival runs competitions where the pilots compete against one another to prove themselves on the international stage. Of course, you don't have to just watch and take photos. There are opportunities to ride and enjoy the landscape New Mexico has to offer from above. The Napa Valley is well known for its beautiful vineyards, but they are usually considered to be best enjoyed with 2 feet on the ground and a glass of fine Californian wine on hand. At number 12, we are soaring high above these vineyards. Expect to take in stunning views along the Californian coastline. With Mount St. Helena and the Mayacamas Mountains in the distance, and San Francisco on the horizon, you'll have an opportunity to see this beautiful corner of the United States in its full glory. You could always make a day of it, take a hot air balloon in the morning and enjoy some or a lot of wine tasting in the afternoon. Number 11, we do a hot air balloon safari above the Masai Mara Reserve in Kenya. You could do a safari in a noisy jeep or fly low in a calm and quiet balloon, not disturbing any of the animals. A great time to go is between July and October when the colossal herds of wildebeest are on the move. Now this is when you see the big cats come out to play. There are very few European capitals that allow hot air ballooning over the city centre. Vilnius, Lithuania is one that does, and it comes in at number 10. The historic old town of Vilnius is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is a treasure trove for those with an interest in European architecture. This beautiful city is a labyrinth of cobblestone streets, parks, Baroque churches and neoclassical buildings, with historic buildings dating back to the medieval period. This hot air balloon ride is a must if you love the old world feel. At number 9 is the Loire Valley, France. The natural development of the Loire River has created perfect conditions for growing grapes, and the Loire region produces some of France's finest wines. It's also the site of some of the country's most impressive castles, creating a perfect marriage between historic architecture and nature. Take to the sky and explore this beautiful corner of France from up in a balloon. Now for number 8. Queenstown is New Zealand's capital of adventure sports, and many visitors come here to try their hand at bungee jumping, skydiving, or other adrenaline-fueled entertainment. Balloon rides in Queenstown traverse the beautiful valleys between Arrowtown and Queenstown, floating above some of the iconic filming locations for The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. This wonderful scenery has something for everyone. This is definitely a balloon ride for self-confessed Tolkien nerds. Number 7 will have you skimming the treetops in the Serengeti National Park. Herds of African elephants meander through the reserve, hippos lounge in the vast watering holes, and prides of lions stalk the plains searching for their prey. If you're lucky, you may catch a herd of zebras, buffalo, or even the occasional giraffe. Balloons make for an excellent way to explore the Serengeti, as they can travel wherever terrestrial vehicles cannot. Jeep safaris must stick to the established routes and paths, but balloons can float wherever they like. With number 6, you will view the Angkor Wat Temple Complex from the air. The sheer size and scale of this site is best appreciated from the air, and it's no surprise that hot air ballooning is a popular activity at Siem Reap, the gateway to the temple complex. The best time to take a balloon ride here is at sunset, when the temples glow a rich golden colour. Hot air balloon flights are restricted over the temple site itself, but don't worry, you'll still have a perfect view of Angkor Wat flying around the perimeter. Coming in at number 5 is the Swiss Alps. If you're looking for perfect mountain scenery covered in a fresh fall of white snow, head to Chateau d'Ay in the Swiss Alps. The spectacular vista can be enjoyed in style from the basket of a hot air balloon as you enjoy the mountains and the valleys going by. Check out the Hot Air Balloon Museum, and if you're here in January, you should visit the International Hot Air Balloon Festival. Now for number 4. Monument Valley is one of the most iconic sites of the Great American West, and comprises of a vast desert stretching across southeastern Utah. A trip across the valley will take your breath away as you glide silently across the landscape, made famous in countless Hollywood movies. This is surely one of America's most impressive landscapes. Sossusvlei, Namibia, comes in at number 3. The Sossusvlei Desert of Namibia is known for its glowing sand dunes that stretch in an endless sea of burnt orange all the way to the horizon. These colossal dunes surround a large white salt and clay pan, which sometimes forms a glassy surface, reflecting the stunning dunes that encircle it. The effect is of an alien landscape, characterized by harsh conditions and a constant fight for survival on the part of the creatures that live there. There is no better way to view this magnificent landscape than from the vantage of a hot air balloon. Bagan, Myanmar is number 2. Ballooning has become so popular in Bagan that the site has become synonymous with the image of bright balloons gliding over the ancient buildings. While the view is remarkable from the basket, it's also worth staying on the ground just to photograph the sunrise and these stunning balloons as they rise in the air. The best time to go ballooning in Bagan is between October and April, when the skies are clear and there's little chance of rain. And number 1 is Cappadocia, Turkey. Cappadocia was made to be explored from the air. It's no surprise that hot air ballooning is big business here, and in peak season you won't be alone in taking to the skies. Cappadocia's geological history holds the key to its remarkable character. This rugged plateau in the Taurus mountain region is characterized by vast expanses of soft, volcanic rock that have been eroded into strange and wonderful shapes. The fairy chimneys of Goremay National Park provide a forest of columns that cover the valley floor, interspersed by troglodyte cave dwellings. These homes carved into the rock date back to the early Middle Ages, when they offered sanctuary for the local residents during the tumultuous wars in the Byzantine and Islamic periods. Hot air ballooning in Cappadocia is possible all year round, and the region is as beautiful in the blazing heat as it is with the light covering of snow. This romantic location is also a favourite place for couples to get engaged, so if you're thinking about popping the question in the basket of a hot air balloon, consider heading to Turkey. So, the first untethered flight with people on board was in 1783. If you got it right, great guess. Yes, I said guess, because who actually knows this stuff, eh? And where did this flight happen? Paris. Watched by the King of France, Benjamin Franklin, and thousands of onlookers, the balloon safely travelled 9 kilometres into the suburbs of Paris. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you want to see more bucket list experiences, subscribe to this channel. Start dreaming of the possibilities. It all begins with a list, a bucket list.